Hey guys, this is just going to be some 3x3 example solves, because it's been a while since I've done this. So yeah, it's been a while. Alright, so for the first scramble, I would do orange. I see this edge here, these two, and then this one. And it looks kind of nasty, but it's pretty nice to finger trick. And I can see a few of the F12 pairs. This one here is pretty easy to track, because this edge just does an R2 and then this corner kind of just brings itself up. But then there's another pair that's a bit harder to track, but this edge doesn't move, this corner will move a fair bit, but what ends up happening is it'll be a 3-move insert. So the way this cross solution is going to work, I got this one, and then I'm going to solve these, well not these two, sorry, with an R', B', R, like that. So that basically just puts that there and then that down in one move. And I'm just solve this. And as I said, this is the 3-move insert. And then this was the first one I tracked, but then I noticed these. So I just solve that, and then these two, like that. And probably these two. And this pair here, and then I could do VLS. Like that. And then just there we go. Okay, for the second scramble, red is pretty obvious. I see these, where are they? This one's in the back, and I can make these two in correct relation to each other pretty quickly. And then this edge is just up here, so it's easy to sort out everything in just a few moves. And then there's this free pair as well, which makes it easy. Come on, camera focus. Well, so yeah, what I do is I do R, F2 to get these three. DL, and then just insert this pair. And then this is immediately what I see next, so I just rotate and do that. I see this pair next. Join them up, insert, and then these two. And then this VLS case, which is all corners, no edges. Like that, and then good J-firm. For this scramble, blue is pretty obvious because it has two solved cross edges, so I would spend my inspection just looking at that. Nothing too amazing about the F12 pairs, but it's easy to track my first pair, because this edge only moves up to here, and this corner only moves up to here for this other F12 pair. But this is a worst case, so I'll just track that during this one. So the cross is pretty straightforward. So it's just D, R2, F, R, D prime, D, solve this edge whilst solving this one, like that. And these are the ones I tracked. And whilst doing that I was tracking these. So I'd solve them like that. 3-move pair there. And then I would set these two up for a VLS case. And then this one's pretty simple, it's just insert plus OR basically. And then you're done. Okay, the scramble, red's pretty easy. All these edges lined up to their opposite centers. So 4-move cross, and then first pair would be, where was it? These two. And I also see these two, but I can't really track them properly, so, well I can, and the thing is I track them into going a bad place after solving this pair, so I would just ignore those two basically. Anyways, so this edge, this edge, this edge, UD, and then this one lines up. And then this is the first pair. After that I'd see this corner and nothing else, so I'd probably rotate, see these two, like that. And this corner and this edge, so I can just solve them in the back. And then this pair. And then this VLS case on the left side. I don't know if I'd see lefty VLS like that too much in real solves, I'm starting to get better at it, but these are just example solves, so I might as well show the better thing. And then PLL. Alright, QQ time is being very friendly with scrambles today, not sure why. See that? And for this I would do a green, sort of like a free fop-ish double X cross. I can see a way to line this up, and then I'm also seeing this F12 pair. So what I do is I do R2, B2. Oh well, yeah, the other two crosses are here and here. So I do R2, B2, and I can do a D prime and I get this 2x2x2. And while I was doing that, I knew this edge would be here. So instead of doing R prime, I'll do U R prime, insert this F12 pair while doing the last cross edge like that. And then I see this pair, so I'd rotate to do it and then I just see these. So I know I could solve this pair while pairing these up, which is nice. And then there's a VLS case, and then U-perm. Whoops. Bad U-perm. The scramble, I would do blue. And then there's a few ways I might do this and solve it, all just depends how I'm feeling, and like what I see first. So we have a pretty easy like 2-gen cross, all these edges are oriented, this one's solved. And so the main pairs I noticed when looking at this was these two pair up in just an R move. And then the other thing I saw was like the way I'd solve the 2-gen cross. This pair would be rotational and in the front. So that's probably what I would do is if I was having more of a like spammy session, where I just like spam TPS and keep it simple. But then for something like this I would do something a bit more, I guess, not obvious. So what I'd do is I'd start by solving that cross edge, and then for these, what I do is I'd solve the orange while kicking this pair out of the way. And then to finish off the X cross, I do RU to R prime to bring the edge there. And then I solve this like that. And while I was doing that I saw these two here, so I go straight into them next. Oh yeah, and I noticed this pair's made. So while solving this, I would insert this by doing a little multi-slotting trick like that. And then for this pair, I could either orient all my edges like that, or I could take a VLS case, which I would probably opt to do since I know that subset. So I just do that, and then this VLS case, like that, and then J-perm. The scramble, I would do blue. I see this opposite edge lined up, this opposite edge almost lined up. Well, it's lined up, but it's not solved to the like cross color. And then these two here, and then this pair would be what I toy around with. So there's a few things I could do. I could start by just doing RB prime and then insert this, but then these two end up in kind of a bad spot. What I can do instead is to solve this cross edge first, and then as I do these two F12 pieces line up quite nice, and I can just solve them. And then this would be the next pair I do, so I just go straight into that. And then I don't know if I'd see these or these first. I might just do these. And then this F12 pair. And for this case I've started doing this to pair them up, because I think it's a bit faster than that. Even though in this case this gives a better VLS, but in real solves I'd probably do something like that. And then for this VLS case I would solve it like that. It's a bit awkwardish, but it's low move count and no Y rotations, which is nice. And then PLL. Alright, this scramble red is pretty obvious X cross. This here, these two, this pair, and then this edge is easy to insert in the back. So I'd solve this by doing an L, then R prime FR, and then insert this cross edge while inserting this in the back. Like so. And then I see this F12 pair. Then I can sort of cancel into these two like that. And I have this F12 pair here, and then VLS, and then F-perm. For the scramble, I would do green. It's got a kind of an interesting cross plus first pair solution. You could call them X cross. So we got these here, and then these two cross edges kind of trapped. Well, this one especially trapped within this pair, but it's still possible to X cross it. So the way I do it is I'd solve yellow first while keeping red close by, like that. And while solving this cross edge, I would make this pair. And then while inserting this cross edge, I would insert the pair, like that. And then first pair I saw was these two, so I just split them up, insert. Then I'd probably just see these two. And then these. And then this VLS case, just a big line. Kind of an awkward one, but oh well. For this scramble, there isn't really too much. I would probably just pick yellow, because, I don't know, I just noticed it, so I'll do it. This cross edge, and then I can solve this while solving this, and then set this up, and then I can just chuck this in. And then for my first pair, I can't remember what I saw. Oh yeah, it was this and this. which is an interesting case. So I'd solve these, put this in, and then knock that one in. And then these are my first pair, and I'd solve them in the back with this trick. While doing that, I'd probably see these two first. So I just solve them. And then I immediately see these. I could either just insert this, or I could also pair these up by doing that. And that's a interesting trick, because it also works when this particular F12 case is here as well. So basically anytime it's like adjacent to the pair, you just do sexy insert, and then you just put it in. And then this pair here. And then before I insert, I know my OLL is going to be a fat soon, so I can just go straight into that. It's as if I'm doing VLS essentially, but not quite as fancy. And then A perm, like that. Here I would do green. It's not a good scramble, this is probably worse than the last one. Not really a great deal on offer. And I can't really X cross this, everything's just trapped. There's like, yeah, I can't do anything, really. So I'd start off this solution by doing, I'd probably hold it here, I'd do DU prime, like that. And I have these two lined up in the back, and I can solve it all using just this setup. So I can do R2 B prime, solve that, and then RL prime. And during that, like, I didn't really have a definite first pair, I think I was just tracking this stuff. So yeah, I just do this, these two, I see this F12 pair here, and then this one, and then VLS, and then A-perm. Alright, last one, here I would do blue, cross edge, one move to make two, and then this pair here. And then these two are easy to sort out. So pretty straightforward. So L prime, knock these in, and then that pair, these two, these two, these two. Yeah, pretty straightforward solve, and then get a PLL skip. I really wish I got that in the real solve, but oh. That's it for the example solves. Now for the bit of the old announcement. Just gonna put my camera over here real quick. And